I'm back with David, who's telling me, or going to tell me, about life in the early 70s in his kibbutz.
After the Yom Kippur War, as we call it, which started in 73 on Yom Kippur, had finished.
And it went on for 3 months, you said.
The Israelis had taken a large casualty list and a feeling that they had in fact not succeeded in what they had set out to do, and that was equivalent to defeat. The entire feeling of the country changed. The Labour government, the social welfare government, changed gradually or even suddenly to a more right-wing government led by Menachem Begin. And
he came after Golda Meir.
He came after Golda Meir.
Yes, because you hadn't mentioned her.
And the country, which had always seen itself as a beacon in the Middle East of Western development, did not cease from developing, but it took a very much more capitalistic view of the whole business. The economic policies changed, not enormously, but little by little, and over the years they've changed much more. The ideal, never mind, the kibbutz ideal waned, its light waned. People became much more interested in their own families and their own family welfare than in the community. This was partly because they were getting older, families were getting more multi-branched, more generations in any particular family. And
were the younger people moving away from the kibbutz to the Kibbutzim, to the cities?
The younger people were moving away. Some were moving away from Israel.
Right.
And most of those, I must say, came back. But at the time, it was a problem.
Right. Because, of course, in the kibbutz, you are not paid a salary, are you? Are you given sort of pocket money?
Well, this, I think, is to come. In the earlier years, everybody got a pocket money allowance per year.
How much, roughly?
Well, at the time, it would have been something around £10. I don't know.
What? £10 a year?
But £10 a year, all those years ago, was much more than £10 now.
Yes, but what would it be worth, the equivalent now?
I really couldn't tell you.
£10!
It'd be worth the same as £10 was worth in the 70s or 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
But all our actual bodily needs, educational needs,
yes, I know,
were supplied.
Yes.
That wasn't a problem.
Yes. Even cigarettes?
Even cigarettes were supplied.
Yeah.
People who ate...
Alcohol?
No, alcohol was not supplied. Chocolate was not supplied.
Ooh.
Although there were people who thought that non-smokers should be rewarded by having chocolate. And the cigarettes were of an extremely poor standard. Never mind. Those days I was even a smoker. Where were I? The feeling of people became my family and my family first.
Right.
They themselves might have been willing to sacrifice themselves, but where the younger generations were concerned, no sacrifice was possible for them.
Mm-hmm.
In the wake of this, this new orientation, people demanded more from the community than they gave to the community.
What do you mean by that?
Well, people started working outside the community and not surrendering their wages, for example, which was a very disgusting thing.
So you're talking about black economy here?
I'm not talking about black economy. Maybe they paid income tax to the government through their employer. I'm not going into this.
Uh-huh.
But the income of the kibbutz was decreasing, the demands were increasing. Standards all over the country and all over the world were rising. and people just wanted more. They wanted more for themselves.
And how many kibbutzim were there in Israel in the
About
early
280.
280. How many are there now? We're now in 2017.
Well, all the ones that were called kibbutzim are still called kibbutzim, but they are not all kibbutzim in the sense that they have a socialist structure. Generally speaking,
but there are people still living there.
Oh yes, as in my own kibbutz.
Yes.
Today, I would say that we live at a fairly high standard. Speaking of my own kibbutz and others that I know, a fairly high standard. People have cars.
Oh, who buys the cars?
They buy them themselves. These days, people, instead of surrendering their salary to the kibbutz, their salary is taxed by the kibbutz.
Do you still get pocket money?
No, because we have our entire salary minus the tax that we pay the kibbutz, which is both in the form of rates and membership fees.
Oh. You mean you have to now pay to be a member?
Yes.
Oh, how much do you pay a year?
Well, a year, my family would
Roughly.
work about 12,000 shekels, which would be 15,000 shekels, about £3,000 a year.
Okay. So that's not so much, really, is it?
It's not so much when you have an income. We have a very low income.
Yes, but you still get all your food and...
No, none of that. We don't get anything of that.
Oh!
Neither the food nor...
So it's totally changed?
Totally changed.
Oh, and when did that start?
It started from about 73 onwards.
Oh.
But today we are completely organisationally a village, an ordinary village, except that we have the social welfare accent, which helps to lessen the gaps between family incomes. For example, as myself, as having a lower pension than...
you do get a pension?
Yes, having a lower pension than the standard government pension, the kibbutz makes it up out of a fund which is fed by the taxation of everybody.
Everybody on the kibbutz?
Everybody on the kibbutz.
Right. So, you have enough for your needs, but your needs will be pretty non-materialistic.
My needs will be dictated by my income,
yes,
which is fairly standard all over the world.
Right.
I don't live badly. And as I say, we have a 5-room house.
Oh, 5 rooms.
Now that the children have left, that's 5 rooms for the two of us, which makes us about middle class.
Yeah.
In any other terms, we go on holidays.
Would you be able to rent any of those rooms?
We could theoretically rent
I mean,
those rooms.
people do come to Kibbutzim for work experience, don't they?
And no, they no longer do that.
Oh, they don't?
No, that's long gone because it was uneconomic to run anything you would make money by using volunteers.
How about Airbnb?
Airbnb hasn't reached us yet.
It's not. It is in Israel, but not.
It hasn't reached us yet.
Okay.
Yes, you could rent out your room, and then you would pay a tax. You'd pay a tax to the kibbutz on that income.
Right. No one's thought of that. You could be a pioneer.
I don't think I wish to be.
Right. Well, thank you very much, David.